How to become rich in 10 easy ways. Most people, if not all of us, want to live in financial comfort and stability. We want to be rich, to be able to buy anything we want, and to have access to a premium lifestyle. While the end goal is clear, it's hard to know where to begin your journey to being wealthy. Before you get started, it's important to acknowledge that becoming rich takes time and effort. There are very few ways to instantly have large amounts of wealth, and all of them are luck-based. Not all of us can win the lottery or inherit a fortune from a mysterious rich relative. Becoming rich in most cases involves a lot of hard work, patience, and time. There are some tried and true things you can do that can help you get rich, but the key is to constantly and consistently work hard, keep track of your personal finances, and keep your eyes on the prize. 1. Add value. Something many self-made wealthy people have in common is that they are valuable in specific ways. Even when millionaires and billionaires are taken out of the equation, many rich people, doctors, engineers, filmmakers, have gotten rich after adding value to themselves and then adding value to the world. For example, a rich neurosurgeon may be specially talented and skilled. This surgeon added value to the world after improving their own skills and quality of life. Adding value to yourself is a good foundation to begin your journey to being rich. Develop some knowledge or skills that justify someone paying you a good amount of money. Convince people that you are worth a large paycheck because you will add value to their lives in return. 2. Tax yourself. The concept of saving money is not a new one. However, it is extremely easy to dip into your savings when you want something badly enough. The key to accomplishing your goal of amassing wealth is to actually try and save money. A different way of looking at your savings is to view them as taxes. Once you pay your taxes, you never get the whole amount back. Treat your savings the same way. Set money aside in a savings account or transfer it to a totally separate account where you cannot touch it. Treat your savings like money that you will never get back, until the day that you get it all back at once. 3. Create a plan and follow it. The likelihood of suddenly stumbling upon unlimited riches is extremely low. While it may seem that a lot of the success stories you hear are luck-based, this is actually not true. There is probably some chance and luck involved, but most rich people became rich through meticulous planning and discipline. This includes things like budgets and timelines, as well as a plan of what to do at every step of the way to success. It is important not to get complacent and do your best to keep going, and having a plan helps without wasting unnecessary amounts of time. Creating a budget and following it is only one part of this process. 4. Invest. The core principle behind investing is that you end up making more money than you spent. However, it is important to choose your investments wisely. There are plenty of places for you to sink your money into, but figuring out which one of these will result in you profiting is difficult. Real estate is sometimes a good investment, but it is expensive. Investing in the stock market does not have to be expensive, but it can be risky and unstable. A 401k is a wise investment that you should invest in, but it can depend on how well the business you work for is doing. There are plenty of factors to consider when investing, so make sure you think about it rationally. Talk to experts or friends who are experienced in investing before making a decision. 5. Start a business. This is much easier said than done, but the last 4 steps lay the groundwork to be able to start your own business. If you have a knack for business or want to be your own boss, this can be a great step to making some money. However, as many entrepreneurs will tell you, creating your own business requires massive upfront costs and low revenue in the beginning. Being an entrepreneur is not a quick way to get rich, it is a massive change in lifestyle. It has its unique trials and rewards, and in many cases is totally worth it. However, this is not a choice to be taken lightly. It requires commitment, grit, and some luck to be successful. While it may take some time, it can certainly help you get wealthy. 6. Be grateful. Becoming rich does not only require external factors to fall into place, many personality factors have to align for you to succeed at whatever venture you've started. Staying humble and grateful for the progress you've made at every step of the way is essential. People do not want to give their money to someone who does not appear to appreciate it, or gets too carried away with any moderate amount of success. Keeping your life in perspective and having a considerate, thankful, and humble attitude is the way to go. 7. Develop patience. Another important personality trait to being successful and rich is patience. Nothing big is accomplished overnight, and you cannot and will not get rich in a matter of days. All the efforts you put towards accumulating wealth could take months or even years to pay off. It's easy to get frustrated early on, especially when it seems like there's a new wealthy person in the news every other day. However, realizing that your pace of success does not have to compete with theirs is crucial. In the long run, patience can be extremely rewarding. This does not mean that you should get complacent or wait things out instead of taking risks. Success can take some time, and getting frustrated is detrimental to your efforts. 8. Educate yourself. It is key to try and educate yourself, not only in your chosen field but also in the ways of the world. Keeping up with the news, for example, is extremely important if you want to make a decision about investing or find out about upcoming trends. Ignorance is the prime killer of any efforts to make money. This means you have to constantly educate yourself. You cannot let major events or trends slide, because in each of them there is a threat or opportunity for you. Staying aware and educating yourself about current events is essential. 9. Take calculated risks. There is no money made without a risk taken. Whether it's starting a business or investing in stocks, every avenue to making money requires some risk. Even selling your old furniture requires you taking the risk that the buyer will show up and will pay you. It is a comparatively small risk when compared to deciding whether to spend millions of dollars on a new product line, but it is still a risk. In order to make money, you have to take a chance that a venture or idea you have will pan out. Therefore, it is important to think deeply and evaluate multiple possible outcomes before you decide that an investment is worth it. Taking risks without thinking about them beforehand is an incredibly quick way to lose money. To earn, you should take risks, but they should be calculated. 10. Give back. It is important to give back to the community. This leads back to the first point about adding value to the world around you. If you earn some money, give some back to a cause you believe in. This way, you are adding value to the world after having added value to yourself. Another benefit of giving to charity is that people perceive you as a better person when you give to causes they care about. They are likely to trust you more when they see that you aren't intent on hoarding the money they give you, and that doing so will benefit their community in turn. Of course, the tax benefits of giving to charity are also a great incentive to do so. Being rich means something different to every individual. Some people are happy with a decent-sized home and a moderate income job, while others want to be millionaires and billionaires. Regardless of where you feel you fall on the spectrum, these steps can help you achieve the level of wealth you want. Before you get started, though, make sure to sort out your current finances so your bank account is ready to expand. Here are 5 real ways to get rich. Too many people out there are offering ridiculous ideas on how you can become rich. Many of those ideas are about cutting back. I can promise you that will not get rich by skipping your daily latte. Look, if you don't have income, then there is no money to save. Don't let anyone give you the idea that you need to skip your Starbucks coffee and save $5 a day and that will somehow turn into a fortune. Maybe you can skip spending $5 at Starbucks every day and save $10,000 over the next 5 years, but if you think $10,000 is going to change your life, you're not just broke, you're being stupid. Of course you should spend less than you earn, but if you make $50,000 a year with a couple of kids, what money is there left over to save? If you are serious about getting rich, you need to get your mind focused on income. Increase your income enough and you will be able to save something substantial. Here are 5 non-fiction tips you can use that will actually get you to millionaire status. 1. Invest in you. Successful people invest time, energy, and money in improving themselves. A man told me once, the best way you can help people in need is to not be someone in need. Help yourself out so you are in a position to help someone else out. This means investing in yourself to become great at something. I invested in sales training when I was 25. That made my income producing ability skyrocket. Investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. 2. Find the right job. The rich are able to get in with the right company where there is opportunity for growth. My VP of sales Jared Glantz started working for me over 7 years ago for $2,500 a month. Still, he was in the right vehicle. He grew his skill set and was able to multiply his monthly income many times over because he knew I was looking to expand. Too many people just look for a job. You need a job, but you need the right vehicle. All companies live from this thing called revenue. Get commissions rather than just a salary and you will finally be in control of how much you earn. 3. Get great at what you do. Commit to being great, not just average. Any industry can be a painful profession for average and bottom performers, but massively rewarding for those that are great. Those that live, breathe and eat their profession, those that are obsessed, become great. I have never met a great who wasn't all in and completely consumed by their trade. Have you? The fact is, if you aren't great, you are average. The rich get great. 4. Get multiple, connected income streams flowing. You won't get rich without multiple flows of income. That starts with the income you currently have. Increase that income and start adding multiple flows. Too many people go from one flow to a second flow, resulting in 2 flows that do nothing. Your flows should always be connected. 5. Hit $100,000, then invest the rest. First, try to save $100,000. Why? You need to prove to yourself that you can go out and get money. If you only have $10,000 saved, your only priority should be increasing your income so that you can save more. Saving $100,000 shows that you have an ability to make money and then to keep it. Most people can't do either of those things. Once you can earn and save, then you can start building wealth. I'd recommend multi-family real estate if you are conservative like me. I never looked to get rich quick, but I did look to get rich. Grant Cardone is a highly successful entrepreneur, New York Times best-selling author and sales training expert. This is an updated version of a previously published piece. 10 tips to become a millionaire this year. Becoming a millionaire may seem out of your reach, but it's possible with the right attitude and guidance. The fact of the matter is your income can only grow as quickly as you do, so you need to change your mindset to achieve your goal of becoming a millionaire. Once you have a millionaire mind, you can't lose it, no matter what financial or business mistakes you make along the way. To get yourself there, you're going to need some structure. To help you, I've outlined the top 10 tips you should follow to become a millionaire this year. 1. Evaluate your current financial status. You can't grow if you don't know where you currently stand, so it's time for you to put everything on paper. By physically seeing where you stand, you can make the appropriate changes to achieve your financial goals. You need to be clear about the amount you earn versus the amount you spend and create a financial plan that will help guide your next steps. If creating this plan has made you realize you aren't satisfied with both your income and your spending habits, don't get discouraged. This is a step towards making positive changes. When creating your future plan, you need to know your full income, establish how much you spend, be clear about where you could save, use an online invoicing tool like Cited.com to track your finances. Write down your financial and lifestyle goals. 2. Work on increasing your current income. Once you've created your plan and listed your financial and lifestyle goals, it's time to work out how you are going to achieve them. Realistically, you aren't going to become a millionaire by cutting back on your daily coffee. You need to work out how you are going to grow your current income. Firstly, look at opportunities with your current employer. Maybe there is a promotion up for grabs or a new position within your company that would suit you better while offering you a higher income. Secondly, consider a side hustle that will allow you to regularly generate more money. Lots people use my tool ChattyPeople to make chatbots on the side. 3. Think about new revenue streams. Millionaires rarely have only one form of revenue. In fact, many of them have more than 2. Start small and find a side job that can generate more money for you on a monthly basis. Some options could be offering your expertise as a freelance consultant, mentoring or teaching, doing guest lectures or blog posts, working a second job part-time, renting the spare room in your home, opening an online store. 4. Get saving. Once you've got your income on track, you need to create a strategy whereby your income is split between your Living costs, bills, rent, mortgage, grocery shopping, etc. Personal expenses, cinema, dinners out, holidays, etc. Savings. Your savings will be split into two accounts. These are your retirement savings plan, 401k, Roth IRA, emergency savings plan, personal savings account, money market. The best way to organize your finances is to automate them. Once you have established how much you are going to be saving, create direct debits from your current account to these two savings accounts. Schedule your direct debits to leave your current account on the day you get paid to avoid any temptation of spending. Depending on how much you earn, you want to aim to put 5% towards your emergency fund and 10% towards your retirement fund. 5. Start learning new skills. Learning is about more than enabling you to do your current job properly. It's a way for you to become an expert in your chosen field. Additionally, it's a way for you to discuss topics with other professionals more broadly. Further, it will allow you to become a well-rounded intellectual. You don't have to reapply to go to college to learn new skills. You could simply read more, listen to podcasts, attend events and conferences, do an online course. 6. Seek opportunities. Opportunities aren't just going to land on your lap as you sit at your desk during your usual 9-to-5 routine. You have to go out there and get them. You also have to make your name heard so that others think of you as the perfect person when jobs pop up. If you've got a business idea you've been sitting on for a long time because you have to keep your day job to pay the bills, invest your spare time developing it until it starts generating a side income for you. Once it's up and running, it could even become your million-dollar baby. 7. Become more frugal. Rich people don't get their fortune from giving it away and buying fancy cars, at least not in their beginnings. If you want to become a millionaire, you need to start living a more frugal lifestyle. You need to cut down on your spending by avoiding branded products and lavish shopping days. You can also start using coupons, look out for freebies, buy your supermarket's own brand products, start using public transport instead of your car or a taxi service, cut down on restaurants and cook for your loved ones instead. 8. Avoid debt. The best way to become a millionaire is to avoid debt at all costs. A mortgage is an investment into yourself and potentially your family. A credit card bill, on the other hand, is an expenditure you have made without considering whether or not you could pay it back in the first place. Start by treating your credit card as a way out of an emergency rather than a luxury. To get into the right habits, avoid taking it shopping with you and take it off any online shopping accounts you may have. This method will also make you think twice about buying things you simply don't need. 9. Embrace nothingness. Being bored is fine. In fact, being bored actually means that you have spare time on your hands, which is a good thing. Aside from stopping you from filling every void with an activity that costs you money, it's also a great way to focus your efforts on more productive matters. When you are bored with nothing to do, you could start meditating to enhance your concentration and clear your mind, read a book, exercise, cook a nice meal at home. 10. Network. The phrase, "It's not what you know, but who you know," couldn't be truer. You'll often find that successful people associate with equally as successful peers, whether or not they are in the same field. As a result, it is key that you start networking with people that have the way with which to catapult you to success. Unfortunately, even if you are the best brain surgeon in the world, nobody will know it unless you tell them, so find out where your industry icons will be, and go and meet them. There are a number of ways you can meet successful people, some of which include sending a simple email, using social media to contact them, meeting them at events and conferences, subscribing to their newsletter, attending their webinars, read great finance blogs like Jeff Rose. Finally, you can't become a millionaire by sitting in the same chair every day until retirement. You need to change your mindset and implement some, if not all, the tips outlined above. Start your day with a new sense of drive, discipline, and make the necessary sacrifices to reach the milestones that will propel you towards your goals. Learn how to become rich. Building wealth can be one of the most exciting and rewarding undertakings in a person's life. Aside from providing a more comfortable day-to-day experience, substantial net worth can reduce stress and anxiety by freeing you from worry about putting food on the table or being able to pay your bills. 1. For some, that alone is enough motivation to start the financial journey. For others, it's more like a game, and their passion for wealth building begins with their first dividend check from a stock they own, interest deposit from a bond they acquired, or rent check from a tenant living in their property. While there are countless articles dedicated to individual techniques and strategies for building wealth and becoming rich, the advice here focuses more broadly on the philosophy behind how to become wealthy. Considering these points can help you better understand the nature of the challenge you face as you set to the task of accumulating surplus capital. Change the way you think about money. The general population has a love-hate relationship with wealth. Some resent those who have money while simultaneously hoping for it themselves. There are exceptions, but the reason a vast majority of people never accumulate a substantial nest egg is that they don't understand the nature of money or how it works. This is, in part, one of the reasons that the children and grandchildren of the wealthy have a so-called glass floor beneath them. Just by way of which family they're born into, they receive knowledge and networks that allow them to make better long-term decisions, often without fully realizing how they're benefiting. No matter the household you grew up in, the key is to push to move past selling your labor work to making your money work for you. Each dollar you save is like an employee. The goal is to make your employees work hard, and, eventually, they will start making their own money. When you have become truly successful, you no longer have to sell your labor, and you can live off of the labor of your assets. Make it a goal to create or acquire cash-generating assets that will produce more and more funds every day, which you can then redeploy into other investments. Understand the power of small amounts. One of the mistakes most people make when trying to figure out how to get wealthy is that they think they have to start with an army of funds. They suffer from the "not enough" mentality. I don't have enough money to invest. They believe if they aren't making $1,000 or $5,000 investments at a time, they will never become rich. However, armies are built one soldier at a time, so too for your financial arsenal. You don't necessarily need to become frugal, but small funds can eventually become millions of dollars, as long as you see the potential and start saving. Point 2. With each dollar you save, you are buying yourself freedom. Money can work for you, and the more of it you employ, the faster and larger it can grow. Along with more money comes more freedom, the freedom to stay home with your kids, to retire and travel around the world, to quit your job. If you have any source of income, you can start building wealth today. It may only be $5 or $10 at a time, but each of those investments is a stone in the foundation of your financial freedom. Once financially independent, you're no longer tied to a job or employer. You're free to do what you want because you're creating your own income. Building wealth takes time. Some people are reluctant to make a wealth building plan because they don't want to wait 10 years to be rich. They would rather enjoy their money now. The folly with this type of thinking is that most of us are going to be alive in 10 years. The question is whether or not you will be better off 10 years from now than you are today. Where you are right now is the sum total of the decisions you have made in the past. Why not apply that mindset to decisions you can take now to yourself up for success in the future? Your life reflects how you spend your time and money. Consider becoming an owner. One of the big intellectual and emotional hang-ups people seem to have when they aren't exposed to wealth is making the connection between productive assets and their everyday life. An investor understands, on a visceral level, that if they own shares of a company such as liquor and beer manufacturer Diageo, and someone around them takes a sip of Johnnie Walker or Guinness, a portion of the money they paid for the drink will make its way back to them in the form of a dividend. With just a single share in Disney, an investor can watch guests stream into Disneyland, knowing that they enjoy their share of any profits generated from the theme park. One of the strategies of the wealthy is to use their income to acquire productive assets their friends, family members, colleagues, and fellow citizens partake in. They make money, albeit indirectly, every time you take a bite out of a Reese's peanut butter cup, drink a Coca-Cola, or order a Big Mac. If you've ever taken out a student loan or borrowed money to buy a house from a bank like Wells Fargo, you've sent Wells Fargo investors real cash. Study success and those who have achieved it in societies such as the United States, where for centuries, fewer and fewer millionaires and billionaires are first-generation or self-made. Building wealth is often the byproduct of behavioral patterns that are conducive to building wealth. Replicate the behavior and net worth tends to accumulate. Look for financial lessons not only in real-life examples but in literature, film, TV, and other stories. These financial parables will help you understand the sometimes complicated nature of investing for long-term gains. You'll find that by investing in yourself first, the money will begin to flow into your life. Success and wealth begets success and wealth. You have to purchase your way into that cycle, and you do so by building your financial army one soldier at a time and putting each dollar to work for you. Realize that more money isn't the answer. More money is not going to solve all your problems. Money is a magnifying glass. It will accelerate and bring to light your true spending habits. If you are not capable of properly budgeting a $25,000 salary, bumping your pay up to 6 figures won't solve the problem. You may be surprised to learn that nearly 1 out of 5 people earning $100,000 a year live from paycheck to paycheck, and they don't understand why it is happening. Point 3. The problem isn't the size of their checks, it is the spending habits they have built up over the years. Unless your parents were wealthy, don't do what they did. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If your parents were not living the life you want to live, then don't do what they did. You must break away from the mentality of past generations if you want to have a different lifestyle than they had. Pay off debt, save and invest to achieve financial freedom and success, which your family may or may not have had. You have to do 2 things. First, make a firm commitment to pay off any debt you have. Point 4. Identify which debts should be paid off before you invest and tackle those debts first. Second, make saving and investing the highest financial priority in your life. One technique is to pay yourself first. Properly invested in interest-bearing savings accounts and stocks, these funds can generate passive income, which is a key component of how to get rich. With passive income, you can create cash flow without even having to get out of bed in the morning. Learn about the different types of passive income so you can start to build your net worth beyond what's possible with a 40-hour workweek. How to become a self-made millionaire with no money. The world is full of people who complain just about everything but do nothing. Yet they wonder how to become a self-made millionaire with no money. A lot is wrong about this mindset. Let me tell you what exactly. For a start, you need to let go of blaming others for what you don't have. And need to immediately start taking responsibility for anything that happens and doesn't happen to you. It's what all self-made millionaires are doing, and something you can't just skip if you want to change. The transformation happens on the inside first. And this responsibility thing will make all the difference. Next, average people think you need $1 million to actually live like a millionaire. Well, that's not true. You need the lifestyle, not the money. Because if you have the money but lack the time and organization to spend it right, you simply won't be able to do anything with it and will be miserable. What's more, you won't be able to sleep, as managing money is often harder than earning it. The net worth of a millionaire might not be for you, but the mindset and lifestyle might be. And that's what you should go after. The internet is full of inspiring self-made millionaire stories. Most people, however, just don't really read these and try to extract the lessons. Because if they did, if they set aside tens of hours to read biographies of great leaders and success stories of Fortune 500 companies, they'd see some important underlying principles of accumulating wealth. They would understand the steps to becoming wealthy, the way of thinking that requires, and what exactly can go wrong so they can avoid it on their journey. The information is out there. Most big publications have shared it with the world for free. All it takes is to create a site and start blogging to build an audience and monetize it. If you're interested in starting your own blog, I created a free course that walks you through the steps. In fact, to know how to become a self-made millionaire with no money, you can simply dedicate a month of your life to self-education. You can learn all about starting an online business on the side and the possible ways to earn passive income. Then you can make a 1-year plan on how to earn your first money online, turn it into a steady income, and leave your job. Then you can manage your finances like a boss, which is one of the top habits of millionaires. After all, wealth accumulation is all about earning more, spending less, and saving and/or investing the difference. Learn the ins and outs of investing too. It's a complex issue, but plenty of people out there are self-taught investors earning cash on a daily basis, and living the lifestyle of their dreams. The most important thing to understand is that this doesn't need to require money. But it does require hard work. To become a millionaire from nothing, you need to be a hustler. I follow quite many millionaires online. I love their stories, learning about how they got started, and seeing their growth over the years. Let's take Gary Vee, for instance. The hustler of all hustlers. He's all about execution and encourages grinding the 24th of July 365. Can you do that? If you can, then you can also be a millionaire by 30. He openly shares his journey, and that's why he has a huge following on all social media channels. His Daily Vee show on YouTube is all about what he does on a daily basis. Because he doesn't actually have the time to just record and upload videos, or write on his blog daily, he just documents his journey. He shares his work culture, posts while at the airport, strategizes in the car on the way to a meeting, and is being recorded by his team while taking decisions or meeting with clients in the office. If you're wondering how to become a millionaire from nothing, you're on the wrong path, my friend. On a completely wrong path that won't take you where you truly want to go. Because quick money isn't sweet. And we're all about the lifestyle here. It comes true hard work, dedication, years of sweat and mindset shifts, and patience. Develop these millionaire success habits time. But because I want to share with you the right first steps on how to become a self-made millionaire with no money, here's something practical. Yes, it's about what goes in your head before anything else. And that's shaped long before the money comes in. That's why I encourage you to follow self-made millionaires of all age and across all fields online, and take their advice. They know what they are talking about. But a surefire formula to replicate their success is to simply build their habits. There are some millionaire success habits that will guarantee your progress. And I'm not saying you'll be a millionaire by 30 solely by getting up earlier and starting an online business. No. But each behavior described below, when combined with mindfulness and a long-term vision, is bringing you closer to that one big idea one day that will change the course of your life. All this is preparation. You're preparing yourself for the responsibility. Because I'm convinced that if you wake up being a millionaire tomorrow morning, you simply won't handle it. That's why self-made millionaires who started from nothing are happy. Because they wanted it, earned it themselves, invested years to develop the mindset to accept the hurdles and be okay with the stress in daily life, and can still live normally appreciating the little things. How to become a self-made millionaire with no money, the habits 1. Be ruthless with your vision. Create your vision by defining, then designing, your ideal lifestyle. Set aside a few days to think it through, to write stuff down, to imagine a possible future that would make you satisfied. Know what you want to eliminate from your current life, and what you need to add over the next few years. 2. Ditch the non-believers. Who you surround yourself with is crucial. You need to stop hanging out with people who aren't ambitious and aren't looking to become rich anytime soon. Instead, find new like-minded individuals. Then, find a mentor. While you'll eventually start going to networking events to grow your network, as it is your net worth, you can also find great mentorship online. Start following self-made millionaires and billionaires online. Here's a list of a few great ones that came to my mind. Bill Gates, Tim Ferriss, Richard Branson, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, Evan Spiegel, Snapchat co-founder, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle, Nathan Chan, Founder Magazine, Noah Kagan, AppSumo, Howard Schultz, Starbucks, Oprah Winfrey, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, Google, Paul Alone, Microsoft, Jeff Bezos, Amazon founder and currently the richest person in the world. And more. Now, these are just some of my favorite. But you can basically follow any startup founder these days, or online personality, or small business owner who shares life lessons on his own platform or across different ones. Just make sure to check how they started to know they made it on their own. After all, we're not talking about Paris Hilton here or even Donald Trump. We need to learn from people who had an average life, lack of initial capital, and who didn't even believe in themselves in the very beginning. It's crucial to see how someone else shifted their mind and created something out of nothing, in order to know you're capable of that too. 3. Start building your online empire today. I believe in a simple solution to creating the ideal lifestyle: earning passive income. And one great way to do that is to start a blog, grow it, monetize it strategically, and allowing it to earn you money for years to come while you move on to other business ideas. That's why I created a free online course showing you how to turn your blog into a passive income stream. If you do your best and dedicate all your free time to that, it will pay off in the long run. Today it's all about attention. With social media, blogging and videos, and all the platforms available that you can join for free and build a following there, you can grab interest and keep it. What's more, you will know these are the right people. The very first steps are: do your research. Choose your niche. Know your strengths and use them. Build a site. Start a blog. Create profiles on social media. Start engaging people there. Create different types of content on a weekly, daily basis. Share your story with the world. If you want to start a WordPress site for cheap, then WPX Hosting would be ideal for your hosting needs. It's currently my favorite hosting company, offering optimized hosting for WordPress sites, and I couldn't be happier to host. Let's reach success with them. 4. Become a millionaire online. All that's available in the digital world makes it possible to know how to become a self-made millionaire with no money. You should be investing your time, though. Daily. Reach out to influencers via email or social media. Write articles. Leave comments on other people's blogs. Personally message people on social media and get feedback on your ideas. Shoot quick videos talking about stuff you're interested in. That's the foundation. Then it comes time to get into marketing. Whatever you'll be doing from here on, it will involve selling. Be it your services, your products, your brand, or just an idea. You're creating solutions to problems with your future business. So you need to convince others to join you on your journey, and potential customers that they need what you have. I suggest starting with these 2 detailed guides by Neil Patel, one of the gurus in the niche. Afterward, you become a creator. Although you already should be creating by providing value with content on your site and across other platforms, you also need products. Go through this article of mine, where I present to you the possible ways to build your first online product. That will help you decide what you can do now, without experience and money. In the article, I also talk about the idea validation process so that you can make sure you're working on the right thing. Which is something people are actually willing to pay for, and for which there's already an existing market. 5. Learn, learn, learn. One of the main secrets of self-made millionaires is that they are passionate learners. I don't mean formal education. It's not a coincidence that some of the richest and most successful people of today are college dropouts. You can learn all that you need yourself. It's called the art of lifelong learning. It's mostly a mindset, and it should go together with true desire and curiosity. I'm talking about learning the ins and outs of the field you're about to enter. Learning all about managing money and dealing with numbers. Understanding the main principles behind starting an online business, building an audience, creating a name for yourself, and engaging people with your content and brand. Without this, you can't make it. It's worth it, as I'm learning from the expert Michelle from Making Sense of Sense, who's already earning $100,000 from her blog, and because I was literally leaving money on the table without having set up systems to make money from affiliate marketing. I'm now learning and applying the lessons. 6. Stop doing the things that will never make you rich. Seriously, stop spending on stuff you don't need. Millionaires would never do that. They know that wealth comes from saving and spending wisely. 7. Invest in yourself first. Self-made millionaires' most common reason on how they did it is that they read a lot, all the time. That's the way to get into investing too, even if you know nothing right now. One of the best tips of successful people is to invest in yourself first. That means setting aside 15% of your money on a monthly basis, and investing it wisely. But it also means investing in yourself by taking care of your well-being. Sleep enough, eat well, exercise, boost your mental and spiritual health too. Even the busiest self-made millionaires do that daily. They know how important an energetic body, peaceful soul and focused mind are. Only the combination of these can let you be in top shape and perform well day after day, while building your million-dollar business. 8. Investing to become a millionaire. So, how to become a self-made millionaire with no money? Invest. Before you start making excuses as to why you need experience with that, a degree in finance, or knowing the right people, know this. Enough people out there starting from nothing have made it without help, and so can you. Here's the moment to start reading some of the best books on investing. This list will be enough. It's for beginners and covers all that you need to know about this industry and how it works, together with forming the mindset necessary to make serious money from this for the rest of your life. Stop looking for the quickest way to become a millionaire. That will lead to disappointment. Instead, you must play the long game if you want to win. But also preserve your peace of mind, be happy and find meaning. You don't become a millionaire overnight. Some consider the success stories we constantly hear about such overnight achievements, but it's far from the truth. Headlines share how Mark created Facebook in a day and soon became a millionaire. Then, the platform was available to anyone else, regardless of whether they are students and where in the world they are. Now, there are 2.7 billion monthly active users on Facebook. You can become an entrepreneur with no money. But you do need the passion, the drive, the desire to contribute. The dedication, the discipline, the right habits, the love for learning. If you read this guide hoping to find a super quick solution, then just Google how to make quick cash. But that's not what self-made millionaires would ever do. And you don't need to have $1 million idea just yet. You'll generate 1,000 small ones before that, until one day your mind will think of a creative way to do regular stuff. And you'll fill a need in the market that only your business can. So, how to become a self-made millionaire with no money? Sit down and write the plan for your first stage. That includes what you need to read, what changes to your daily routine you need to make, and where in life you want to be a few years from now.